So do a short video update. So what's in here is a flip phone. It's a ALCATEL mid-90s. So you see the activity on the ground wire, and you can also see activity bubbling on the stainless steel plate that was under the tape. See the sediment accumulating at the bottom. So this has been in there for 2 afternoons, about 10-12 hours. See, there's no need for a fuse because there's no load, there's no motor that it's hooked to. I don't know, it's beyond rocket scientists is all I can tell you, because they don't even know. It's just hydrogen peroxide and water. That's all it is. No gimmicks, no acids. So I've been washing it out daily and then restarting it. On this one is a test, then I'm just gonna leave it running until it just doesn't have any connection and there's no activity. Not so much on the wire, but lose activity on the phone itself. Then I'll wash it out. These are the fingerboards. They've been running for 2 afternoons without a washout. The previous washout, clean out, produced the blue sediment in the back, in the middle. Green, they did previous videos on both of them. Came off the small batch of PCBs. It's a pretty big batch, but I only did individual PCBs and videos. It's just an experiment, a test, to move forward, to do bigger batches, like these. Used to figure out what best works and how to make it work. So what's in here is large PCBs, that can't fit. It won't fit in the beaker, but they'll fit in that container, right? So there's about 6 maybe large PCBs in there, and I decided to, because I accidentally hooked it up backwards. I usually have a floating ground, and the hot is in connection with the PCBs, but I hooked it up on the negative. It's running good. It's producing sediment until I mush it up or stir it up. Then you won't know how much or what it looks like, because I haven't touched it. And you see this board on right here is upside down, and that's the solder, the blue. Or silver, or maybe, but that blue right there, that's a different board, 2 of them, and those are all fingers. They're the connectors. Right there. There's a few lines right here. You know, like them. They're all right there. Right in line. 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of them. And it's a blue sediment. Bluish color. Yellow and green make blue. So there's a ground right below here. There's one below here. There's one over there. And the ground I set on top of a board where it had activity, noticeable activity. So I just left it like that for now. And I'm gonna, when the lights are out, I'm gonna just disconnect it, and the next time I'll run it, then I'll hook it back up. You know, I like to keep an eye on it, but there's nothing to do. That'll sit there for 3 or 4 or 5 days, however long it takes, until the activity stops. It's just releasing oxygen. They're oxygen bubbles. Oxygen can be flammable and combustible all at once, but it's nothing to be concerned about because we breathe oxygen, and you eat nitrogen, whatever else. So it took 7, maybe 2-liter bottles, almost 2-liter bottle full, like 14 liters of water to cover those boards. There's still a little bit of room in there, but I don't want to overdo it. And could either get another batch going. I think if it put all, I could put more water. I got 1 more liter here, and there's 1.5 liter. That's a 2 liters. There's 4 liters and a half, 5, and I'm using that in there, and this in there. I use the water over and over, the same water I started with. The only way I lose it if I dribble it or boil it in the frying pot. So I just switch the chargers once in a while. And I took this battery off 4-wheeler I had running off of jumper cables, charge the battery, because I use a 4-wheeler. And I'll just run this, or that battery right there. I just run the jumper cables to this one, you know, to help feed this with some, you know, but so when this is done, I'll be able to rip it apart by hand. The nuts and bolts look like they're silver plated in this phone. They're not gold plated, but still gonna come apart because they have to be plated so they don't oxidize and rust. There's copper in it. So this is sediment, the last of it from the VHS. I got a glare in the phone or something. I got a brand new phone screen. Came in the mail. I'm gonna replace this screen. Another again. This is the sediment. They come off the this is like the jewelry of scrap electronics. There's a couple coins in there. It's a VHS bearings, the wheel bearings. It turns the tape. Yeah. There's not much more going to come off of that before it just gets too dirty. Or we'll see what it looks like. I'll keep running in. See what comes off of it, but it's getting a little dirty. The dirty stuff will settle down to the bottom. I'll dry it out in the frying pot. I was gonna today, do it tomorrow, and we'll put it on the scale. Pentium and Intel chip running again. Crushed it up more. This is the sediment that's come off of it, and I've extracted other sediment from just the Pentium in the previous video. This is the Intel chip. This is the first run on the individual Intel chip. Could turn out to be, 2 grams after drying it out in the frying pot. See a little bit of blue stuff on the top. That's what that is. Same stuff. See the gray stuff? And the orange. Same as that. Is that orange? This is from crystal oscillators. This is from the Pentium and Intel. Same stuff. Different day. Get them in the Ziploc bags before it freezes. This is the flip phone. So I plugged it in, across the ground and negative wire, plugged the charger wire in, run the wire out here, run that to the hot wire, and I took another hot wire and run it, and got connection from the stainless steel, backing inside the phone. There's a piece of tape over it. Tape is sitting right in there. They pulled it off in the previous video. We get contact with the copper wire to the back of the phone, the metal plate, and that causes bubbles on the. It helps it. But ground wire is floating. And it's got that running off the same battery. Just doesn't use that much energy. I haven't charged that in a few days. Run it a number of times. Charged this a little half hour this afternoon. But I backed it up. Got it backed up with the jumper cables to help it out. And then I'm just gonna disconnect it when I turn the lights out. Same with this. So I could just bounce that around a little bit. I'll do it on the here. See, those are gold fingers. See that yellow stuff coming off there? That come off with the blue. Blue sediment breaking up. So you know the pins go all the way through the boards. The bottom of the pin that's covered with solder, but they're plated all the way through. If you shave those pins off when you depopulate your board, you're still leaving a portion of the pin in the board. And that's why they pay for the boards. So it's a lot of water in there, but it'll settle out. There's no need to add anything to it. Just have patience. Just put it in a bottle and let it set to the bottom, and the water clears up. And you siphon it off. See, it's clear right in there. Look at how clear that water is. Are you blind? My goodness. I'm trying to teach kindergarten here or something. Some of these viewers with their questions. Jeez. Take a break. Lights out.